Here's the story of how I went gray. I had been thinking about ditching the dye for quite a while. You know, it's funny because I always assumed that I would go gray at some point. I just didn't know when. I had been dyeing my hair for over 25 years, and I always figured that if I went gray, I was gonna have to chop it off into a haircut, kind of like the women in the Golden Girls. Nothing wrong with that. But I had had long hair my entire life, and I think what had held me back the most from doing it sooner was because I didn't want to cut my hair off. I got really curious because I was really sick of the cycle. Because most of my gray hair is in the front of my hair, it really looked like it would come in fast, and I was having to touch up those roots every couple of weeks. So I started going on the other app that has mostly pictures on it and looking at other women who were in various stages of the grow out, all the way from just a couple little sparkles showing at the hairline, like a little teeny weeny skunk stripe, all the way down to two-toned hair and fully grown out. And these women, they were just rocking it. They were so confident and so happy. And everybody on there said it was worth it. And I didn't understand what that meant at the time because I thought, well, gosh, that's like super awkward. Who wants to walk around like that? Finally, I had just had enough, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna give it 6 months and see what I have coming in. And if I don't like it after 6 months, I'll dye it again. And I even put it on the calendar. In fact, it still shows up every year as the 6 month mark as a reminder. So I set that goal and I thought, I can do it. I can do it. So I did the root touch up sprays. You know, I wore hats and headbands and that kind of thing during that time. And when I got to 6 months, I thought, well, this is kind of neat. And I don't want to give up because I was so infiltrated then into the Silver Sister community online that I didn't want to give it up. So I kept going past the 6 months. But about the 9 month mark, my hair, the ends of my hair, the dyed ends, became so orange and brassy. I had a yellow banding going on and then this brassy. It looked so bad. That bothered me more than the skunk stripe. So I ended up having it professionally color blended. It was just my hairstylist. She did highlights and lowlights just on the ends of my hair, and the toner faded really, really fast. And then I just kept getting frequent trims. I would tone it myself with a little bit of overtone just on the ends. And at that point, by then, you just really don't care anymore. It's not like you're not caring about your appearance and like you're letting yourself go. It's because it's through this journey of the gray hair grow out that you completely transform. You really do become confident in your own skin as a person. And so it starts out being about hair color, but then it turns into being about so much more. So if you're curious about going gray and ditching the dye and what that might look like for you, number one, I would encourage you to connect online with the Silver Sisters community. You don't have to post pictures of your grow out. You don't have to get on here flipping your hair around. I totally get that. But connect and really take a look and normalize it for yourself. And then if you do decide to ditch the dye, just set a goal for yourself. Because remember, you want to give it enough time to see what you have coming in. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you can always dye it again.